Well, the Mustangs have completed their first sweep of 2018 and head into Big West Conference play 11-12 on the Young campaign. With us, Cal Poly head coach Larry Lee sweeping the Dartmouth Big Green this weekend. 3 freshmen combining for a shutout of Dartmouth. The rotation heading into conference play looks dramatically different than the first weekend of the season, but you have to feel good about what you saw from your team this past weekend against Dartmouth.
Yeah, well, we played better. We started cleaning up the defensive side of it. Offensively, first 2 games we did enough, and then today we scored in 5 different innings, but had a chance to really put the game away, but didn't quite do it. Pitching wise, yeah, we're going to be without Shelton for another week or 2. He had his appendix taken out a few days ago. So that's a big blow. So Triantos, he's had a number of different starts this week or this season. So I think that's our best option and allows us to keep our bullpen strong, which is very beneficial. So we'll see. It's a brand new season, and we put ourselves in another situation just like we did last year that we need to win the Big West and try to go out and win as many series as possible. And if you ever given the opportunity to sweep somebody, you got to take care of it. So hopefully this weekend, along with everything else we've done up to this point, prepares us for the challenge of the Big West.
26 runs in the 3-game sweep over Dartmouth. How do you feel about your lineup and how far along it's come since that opening weekend of the season?
Well, I mean, starting to get some length in our offensive lineup to where early on, I thought we would be good 1 through 4, 1 through 5 in the order, and some of those guys were really struggling. So then Beasley started getting in the mix. He's been very good the last 2 weekends, and then we went pretty strong 1 through 5, and then Barracks kind of turned it on. Now you're strong 1 through 6, and Emerson has been good 1 through 7, and then probably going to live with DiCarlo and Doherty at 8 and 9. So it's starting to become more of a stressful lineup. We're not where we need to be, but it's much better than it was early on. And even you look at like a DiCarlo, whatever he's hitting, you look at his on-base percentage is probably hovering at 400 or maybe a little bit above. So I think the main thing though is the defense. I think what we put out there today with Samuelson, Doherty, Marincons, and DiCarlo, that gives us the best possible chance of taking care of the ball in the infield and actually turn some double plays this weekend, which we hadn't in the past. We hit in a lot of double plays. But defensively, when somebody gives you a ground ball and you get a chance to get 2 outs with 1 swing of the bat, you have to take care of it, or you're asking for trouble. You're just forcing your pitcher to throw extra pitches, and you get into the bullpen sooner, and it has an effect not only on that particular game, but the games precede it.
March 29th to the 31st, the Mustangs' first Big West Conference series of 2018. You head south and take on CSUN for a 3-game set. At this moment, the Matadors are 9-12 overall. You took 2 of 3 from them here in San Luis Obispo last season. What do you know about CSUN and what challenges they may bring to the forefront in the conference opener?
Well, I don't know anything about them at this point. We'll start collecting information, put together a scouting report on Monday. I know early on they were hitting a lot of home runs, but they had some swing and miss in their lineup. So really, that's the only thing I know right now. They're playing at home, so they'll be much better than having them come up to Baggett Stadium. So it'll be a new season for both of us, and we just talk about playing to our capabilities, taking care of business, and not worried about the opponent. So just playing against the baseball and playing up to our standards, and we're getting better. We're not where we need to be to beat the best, but at least now we're giving ourselves a chance to stay in ball games and not shoot ourselves in the foot.
First 6 Big West games this season will be on the road. 3 at CSUN, 3 at Fullerton. What does this team need to do to win a couple of series back-to-back on the road to build that momentum coming back to San Luis Obispo for the third weekend of conference play?
Well, just like if we were opening up on the road this season, where 3 of the first 4 weekends we were on the road, and we weren't very good. We really weren't prepared to play quality baseball on the road. So we've played enough on the road. It was good to have the last 2 weekends at home. We played okay against San Diego State. We played pretty good this past weekend. But usually everything is magnified once you start conference. Usually the scores of games are tightly contested, lower scoring games. And so now that's where the defense comes in, that's where your pitching comes in, that's where your execution, and you're just trying to get a lead, hold on to the lead, shorten the game, and then close it when given that opportunity. So we'll see. We've been on the road a lot, and it's very, very important to you take it one game at a time. But if you look at the big picture, for the first 2 weekends being on the road, if you can just kind of hold your ground, win hopefully the majority of the games, and it allows you to stay with the teams that are winning those first 2 weekends. What you don't want to do is get away from the pack. You want to stay in the pack, and then gradually stay in it and have teams drop off, and then towards the end of conference play is when you got a chance to do some damage, or maybe you're playing that team that's neck and neck with you, or a game ahead of you, and it allows yourself to win a conference title. But we're a long ways away from playing at that level. I think there's a number of teams though in our conference that have struggled, but I do see that teams like Fullerton and Long Beach are getting better and better. So I expect the Big West to be like it's always been, very competitive, and the ability to beat anybody at any time.
All right, Coach, we appreciate the time. Certainly looking forward to the conference opener March 29th on the road at CSUN. Congratulations on the sweep this past weekend. Can't wait for Big West play to get underway.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Larry.